Hello and welcome to Rosberry Crafts, my YouTube channel where I share all my crafty adventures. Today is July 26, 2024, and this is episode 105. Today for you I have finished objects, works in progress, stash, events, and some books. My name is Roz, and I live in Lake Country, British Columbia, Canada, although today I am coming from North Bend, Oregon, where we are on vacation. It is very windy out here, so if you see my hair blowing around, that's just how life is at the moment. We are enjoying our summer trip and having a great time here on the Oregon coast. We've also been to the Redwoods in California, and we'll be on the road for a while still. Let's get started with finished objects. I feel like these socks have been on the needles for a long time, but they are finally finished. They are not blocked because, of course, I'm not at home, so I don't have my regular blocking stuff. But I think I still might wear them. We'll see. Oh, I've got my hair all over them. These are the OMG Heel, which is a pattern by Megan Williams. And other than that, I just do a regular vanilla 64 stitch sock, just with a regular toe, a 1x1 cuff. I like the, I forget the name of the bind off, but it makes a very stretchy bind off, which looks funny like this, but when it's on, it's nice around your leg. The yarn that I used for these is Patons Croix in the Cadet colorways, and I did call these my blue Cadet socks because of that color. And they are not matching, but I think they look great. I think they turned out awesome. I'm very happy with them. I do have a picture of them on my feet, which I will put in here. I'm going to tuck these into my cup holder so they don't blow away. And I'm very happy to have another pair of socks. I do have some other sock yarn to cast on soon, but first, let's talk about works in progress. I have one and only one work in progress this week. We've been doing a lot of driving around, and that means that I have some knitting time in the car. We've also been sitting at some breweries and enjoying some beaches. So I have made significant progress on this Musselburgh hat. So I've put in the pink stripe. It looks so good. I'm so excited about this. This is Musselburgh, which is a pattern by Isolde Teague, and it is a double thick hat, which is why it looks so long right now. So it basically will turn up at this divider line right here. It will turn into itself, and we will have a double thick hat that can either be just yellow or pink and yellow. This marker down here is the one I showed you last week. So I have made a lot of progress on this. And these markers all down this side are every 10 stitches. And so I just take them off of this side and put them on this side every 10 rows. And then I'm able to know when to start the decreases so that I have an exact match on each side. The yellow yarn is the Biscotte sock in the Flash colorway. And the pink mini is Emma's yarn, and it is Shut the Front Door. So yeah, and I have plenty of yarn to finish this hat, and Cooper will be very excited to wear it. It is only about 18 degrees today Celsius, so you could wear a toque. That is it for works in progress. Let's move on to stash. We haven't been to that many yarn stores recently, but we did go to one that was called By My Hand, and it was in Crescent City, a very cute converted house. And I got a couple skeins of yarn. This is the universal yarn in their clean cotton multi. So it's just a multicolored blue and purple with a very bright white, kind of almost a grayish color, and it is a cotton yarn meant for dishcloths and the like. It does have some polyester in it as well, but yeah, and it was on sale, so bonus there. And then the other one that I got is Wisdom Yarns, and I haven't seen their yarn before. It is a universal yarn brand. She had a lot of the universal stuff, but this is a self-patterning sock. And it is a 50% merino superwash wool, 25% bamboo, and 25% nylon. So it's a very soft blend. With the bamboo, you get a very different feel than you would normally with wool. And I love the pattern, the colors of this. And I don't know if you'll be able to see, but it has the what the pattern will look like here. And that's just kind of the general guideline. Of course, if you knit a bigger sock or a smaller sock, it's going to look a bit different because the stitches will line up differently, but that's the idea of what we're going for, is some self-patterning. And I love self-striping, I love self-patterning, and I quite like soft bamboo on my feet, and that will be also good for kind of the shoulder seasons where maybe it's a bit warmer than just a full wool sock. So that is it for stash. Sorry, I'm looking down because my notes are here today. Let's move on to events. I am still participating in Stash Dash, which is a compete against yourself competition that lasts through the summer from May 20 whatever until the end of August. I'm trying for 3K this year, 3,000 meters, and I have no idea where I am on that goal, and I probably won't even add it up until I get home from this trip, so we'll just have to wait and see on that one. The other one is the Colors of Fall Knit Along. This is hosted by the Yarniacs, and I am hoping to get more progress on my Whitmore sweater. It's turning out to be a little too complicated for my brain to follow the pattern. Not that the pattern is complicated at all. I've already cast on and everything for the neck. Bumped my mic. I just need to follow the pattern in order to do the yoke of the sweater, and it's on my computer, so it just takes that extra step of getting something out. And my Musselburgh hat has just been right there ready to go, so I've just been picking that up instead. That's it. Yeah, so Colors of Fall Knit Along, I think, goes until the end of August sometime. I can't remember. And if I finish, I finish. And if I don't, it's no worries. I will finish that sweater at some point. Last up is books. I have finished 2 books this week. The first one is called Poison, and this is part of the Dragonian series by Adrienne Woods. Again, I'm looking down on my phone for my notes. And so this was a novella between the 3rd and 4th book. So it was a nice little short, quick read, little tidbit of story that you wouldn't normally get, that they kind of fill out in more detail than they do in their regular novels. So it was very enjoyable. And the last book that I finished was Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas. This was a slog a bit, because it takes a lot of different storylines and kind of brings them all to a close. The last third I very much powered through, because I was like, how is this all going to work out? Is it going to have a happy ending, or is it going to be terrible? Who's going to die? All that kind of stuff. It's a very enjoyable series. The last book, I will say, is a very long book, in that it probably could have been 2 books, but then that second to last book would not have been enough draw to get you through. There's kind of a dip in every book series where you kind of just have to go through the steps in order to get to that big conclusion, that big overarching thing in a series, and definitely was in that book, but I did enjoy it. And I'm not considering reading it again now, but I will read that series again in the future. I will look probably for the audiobooks to see if I can get them, and if not, I will read it again. It was very enjoyable. And lastly, for books, I have started A Fate Inked in Blood by Danielle L. Jensen. And yeah, I'm like, you probably can't see, but I am halfway through already. It is delightful. I love it. It's a really good read. It's very all the characters are really well developed. You feel for the characters. You understand a lot of different points of view, which is kind of nice. And yeah, and then of course the metallic book pages. Every once in a while you get one that's a little stuck and you get that kind of, it's like peeling apart from the other one. Just, that new book feeling. But I'm still halfway through and I'm still have that new book feeling. I have no idea where it's going and I'm very excited to continue reading it. In which case I will go back to my couch and start reading again now. And we'll call this an episode, albeit short. And we'll see you guys again next time. Bye.